yeah, it says red for danger. Now today we're heading north, continuing on from our exploration of the Concorde Way. We're going to Bradley, Stoke and Aztec West to see all the new developments and what it look like. There's going to be motorways, housing estates, trading estates, massive offices, towers, pylons and more motorways. So let's go. We're now heading north on the Avon Cycleway towards Bradley Stoke. Coming to sight of the massive electrification gantries of the Great Western Railway as it heads off towards London. Well, even though we're right in the middle of Suburbia, you still hear the wood pigeons calling. It looks like we've accidentally arrived in Bradley Stoke without realising it. We're just going to carry out this way until we reach the motorway. We're heading east towards the motorway. Try and find out how to actually get onto the Bradley Stoke estate from here. We're closer than we think. According to the signpost, we're here. What's coming to view here is the roaring M4 motorway in the distance. No, we're not going to go this way, we're just going to go back and head back to the town centre if we can. Here's the M4 rushing underneath us. We've actually got a rather nice sunrise this morning, despite the cloud. There we go, sunrise over Bradley Stoke. Took a bit of a detour back there, and now we really are heading towards Bradley Stoke proper. Well, this is the first bit of our Bradley Stoke infrastructure. It's an aerial. It's all part of the waterworks here. This is obviously some kind of flood monitoring system to check the water level. We're obviously at a very low level here, and there's a stream here that could flood, so they obviously keep an eye on it. It's obviously a bit dry at the moment, but you can see a massive concrete culvert where it goes under the motorway there. Let's follow it east. We're just heading out on one of Bradley Stoke's many little greenways, and it follows of course a little stream here. I'll look on the map and find out which one it is. And there's a sound you don't hear very often in central Bristol, starlings, which we thought were supposed to be an endangered species in this country, but not in Bradley Stoke. I do like the way they've taken the trouble to create this little grassy amphitheatre here. Let's get back following the greenway, heading east. Bit of a bump. And there's the dawn sunlight just catching the brickwork. And they're shielding us from reality. This enormous great earth bank with the M4 motorway on the other side of it. Surprisingly quiet actually. People like to slate Bradley Stoke, but at least they had the trouble to build a children's amenities. Looking at the houses here, the architectural style isn't too bad. This rather cute little house here. They've got a lot of trouble with the character, different styles of brickwork. I quite like that actually. And in the morning sun, even these rather standard houses actually look quite nice, don't they? Quite lucky we found a little high point vantage here, just on the east of the motorway. And there's the M4 motorway hidden behind the fence, roaring away. Everyone's heading north towards the Midlands. Just coming to what looks like one of the many famous little river valleys they built in Bradley Stoke, with little amenities and walkways and cycleways. We'll go down the hill and have a look in a moment. Heading down towards the river valley. Let's have a look at this one. And there's one of the streams. This could be the Stoke Brook or the Bradley Brook. I'll find out. It's spring, but it's still really cold in the morning. It should be warming up soon though. There's the Three Brooks Local Nature Reserve, orienteering and nature trail. I put a little picture of a diving beetle, which I guess must be one of the species around here. Just looking at this nature reserve, looks like they've done quite a nice job here. Building a little lake with all these trees and everything. Three Brooks Lake in Bradley Stoke. Quite peaceful. No one's up yet on a bank holiday morning. Right, just going to head up this hill here. See where this goes. Horizon's just coming into view here. Bradley Stoke panorama first thing in the morning. The sunrise. Now in the distance is Avon, which we'll be visiting on another day. Back down again. I have to say I didn't actually expect Bradley Stoke would be this hilly, but it is in Bristol after all, isn't it? And over this rather nice little stone bridge they built here. Not an original, but it's still nice. A few warm early morning colours from the fence there. I'm always on the lookout for artefacts, and we found one. It's a rather wonderful looking contraption. It's an old plough they've left here. It gives you some idea of the agricultural heritage of this area. Of course it was all farmland before they built the houses. You can just see the light just catching the apple blossom here. And this is what you must call a community orchard. Might even produce a few apples in the summer if we're lucky. Three Brooks Community Orchard. I think Bradley Stoke is quite typical of housing estates built in the late 20th century with this sort of typical architectural style. Let's see how long it lasts though. As you can see, every driveway has a car. It's all part of the car driving, home-owning dream of the Thatcher Major Blair years. True conservatism. But still, having said that, not a bad place to live. bobbing in the tree. Back into Suburbia again, as if we ever left it. Through people's back gardens and fences. Just off the Greenway here, heading back into the housing estate again. I've never seen so many solar panels in my life. Look at them. That's good. It's green for go. That wood pigeon hasn't seen us yet. He will in a minute. Off he goes. We seem to have moved right out of the residential zone to the business area, all these business parks. Let's see where this goes. Surprised to see a lot of these offices are actually empty. You wouldn't have thought so. Obviously when they built them, they may have overestimated demand slightly. Let's get out of here and get back on the beaten track again. There it is, the RAC building. You can see that for miles when you come in on the motorway. It's a real Bristol landmark. I like it. Part of the infrastructure that keeps Bradley Stoke running is this massive electricity substation. I quite like the way they've done these houses in this sort of sandstone style, sort of vernacular, or attempt at vernacular architecture. Come across this rather lovely little green corridor they built around the back of the trading estate. Let nature do its thing. Peace and quiet. Looks like we've come to a dead end. I better stop here. And there it is, never very far from us. It's the M5 motorway heading south towards Devon. I'm just going to take a little detour up this little path here around the back of this trading estate. See where this goes. Even here, nature's taken hold. Rather nice white flowers here in the bushes. Let's see where this goes around this corner. Rather impressively large mobile phone mast there. All part of the infrastructure I was telling you about. A lone cyclist out on this bank holiday morning. And this is obviously some kind of gas installation here with all these pipes coming out of the ground. Here we are at the North Bristol rugby ground. The motorway just behind us. Just going to go on top of that hill there and have a look. It's a rather bumpy, beaten track. If we get a better view of the motorway, on this corner on the back of the rugby field. There we go, this is M5 Midlands Gloucester. No idea of just how far the city goes north, even beyond the M5 motorway. It just goes on and on and on. Now you're just going to head back under the motorway and head towards Aztec West, just to be sure exactly where we are. Aztec West seems pretty quiet on this bank holiday morning. Hardly anyone around, just a few people off to work early. Just going to carry on west until we meet the motorway again. Let's go. It's all lighting towers and CCTV. Keep an eye on everybody. And there's the crow rummaging for its breakfast. Well, they've created this rather nice man-made lake here. Like everything in Aztec West and Bradley Stoke, it's all man-made. I don't think it's natural. All rather quite peaceful on this bank holiday morning. Just a few ducks out on the water. On the home of air conditioning units. Well, we're just heading out of the estate now. Back into the real world. Goodbye Aztec West. Something I really did not expect to find. This brick structure is a ventilation shaft of the Patchway Tunnel, part of the Great Western Railway that went to South Wales. So that's quite a find. Get back on the beaten track again. Looks like we really are in a bit of an edgeland in between the sort of railway and the housing estates. And there's the railway, heading into one of the two tunnels under Patchway. We'll go down that road there and see if we can get across that bridge and head back towards the Concorde Way if we can. Okay, BSW, Bristol and South Wales Railway. 6 miles 44 chains from Temple Meads, I guess. And yet more roads and motorways and bridges. Where does it all go? According to the map, we've got to take this little turning down here through this alleyway. Let's see where that goes. And here we are in Stoke Park, with the Rolls-Royce factory in the background. Try and go around the edge of here and see where we get to. In a straight line. The dog walkers have finally got out of bed and started walking their dogs. We should be able to head towards the Concorde Way if we keep going this way. Found one of the many streams that run through this area. Gonna have a look on the map and find out which one this is. Just off Lawford Avenue, I think it said. Sometimes you have to carry the bike because it'll take you along. Next to me they're doing a bit of building work at the station. Let's have a look. Here we are at Patchway Station at the big yellow staircase. Let's go. And here's the back of what used to be the large Rolls-Royce complex in Patchway. Maybe it's been used for other purposes now. From up here you can see how far we've come. We've got some way to go to get back onto the Concorde Way. There's that view of east of Bristol you can all see with those trees on the horizon there. Well, here we are at Patchway Station on this bank holiday Monday, so I hope you've enjoyed a little circuit and tour of Bradley, Stoke and Aztec West, and now we're in Patchway. It's been a real eye-opener to see what sort of suburban Britain looks like on a quiet day like this. Nobody around. Right, we're definitely heading east towards the Concorde Way. Yeah, Patchway really is one of those typical mid-war, post-war housing estates with a lot of concrete around it. We're just saying goodbye to Bradley Stoke, one of its 3 brooks, heading back to Bristol. Actually ended up on this nice little cycle path in the middle of Stoke Gifford, of all places. On my way back I managed to find this lovely little churchyard in Stoke Gifford, and here's the church with this wonderful little bricked up doorway. I wonder where this went. Well, we're on our way home at last, heading south towards the Concorde Way, back home to Bristol. That's it for today. Back on the Concorde Way, heading home. See, Bristol's almost in sight there in the distance. Thank you very much for following along with me. I hope you can join me again next time, so thanks and goodbye.